Hello and welcome. If you're watching this, you have the desire to lose weight, or maybe you're already on a plan and you just want a few tips or whatever. This isn't originally what this channel was supposed to be, but it's kind of what it's evolved into lately. First, when you're starting out, you're going to want to have a plan. Don't set yourself up for failure. I've done this many times, and it always seemed a year after I reach my goal or close to my goal, within a year or two, you put your weight back on, or most of it, or even more. So this time here, when I decided I was going to do this, it was in the summertime, and I knew how to do it, but I wanted to figure out for myself how I was going to keep it up and what I was going to do after I reached my goal, and how to stay thin or healthy. So in the summertime, I kept an eye on the buy-and sells on Facebook and Kijiji, and I got myself a treadmill. I think I paid $100 for it. It's an old one, but it works perfect for what I want it for. I bought an elliptical. It works well. It's a nice one. I paid $125 for it. And I bought an exercise bicycle. I paid $50 for it. And I knew that when I was on Weight Watchers, it was tough to figure out how much activity I was getting. They have a little chart, or it might have even been on the thing. So many minutes of moderate, low, and high intensity was so many points you worked off, and you could eat more food if you wanted to, or you could, they always told you to eat, if you get a lot of activity, to eat half of it. But I never kept track of anything except for my food. I'm diligent with that. I keep track of the food. You got to weigh and measure everything. I'll say that a lot. You got to weigh and measure everything, because what's going to happen is after you get to your goal weight, your old habits will start to come back, and you won't know they are, but they are. You're going to have sedentary days. You're going to have days where you, what you call cheat. You're only cheating yourself. Your portion sizes are going to grow. You're going to be eating stuff that you wouldn't have ate when you were on your plan. So that's why I decided I'm gonna track everything. And I discovered the Fitbit. I went online and I said, okay, well, how am I gonna track my fitness? And okay, fitness tracker, Fitbit. So okay, I'll buy one. I bought this small one here because I'm a mechanic, and I wanted to wear it all the time, and I didn't want it to be in the way. The only thing, I'm gonna do another video on the Fitbit. So the only thing I wish I'd have bought the bigger one, because this one, by the time I focus on it, the screen's gone away. But it was on sale. I think I got it on Amazon for $99 or something, or $79. It wasn't that much money. So you can budget that in. You're gonna need one. Honestly, you're gonna need one, and this is the best thing that I bought. Now, I like to walk outside. Mostly I do walking, but I knew there were gonna be days, because it was the winter up here in northern Ontario, there were gonna be days when it was snowy and crappy and icy and cold and whatever, and you're gonna do everything you can in your power to try to get out and working out and getting exercise. It's just common nature, I guess. So I knew that if I had that treadmill, the days where I couldn't go outside, it was there, and I use it almost every day. Good investment. If you're going to buy one piece of equipment, that's what I would suggest, especially if you live somewhere where you can't go out walking. I don't know, maybe you're in inner city or whatever, and you're afraid of getting mugged, whatever. So my plan at the start I had made, I was gonna follow how many calories I was gonna eat a day. I hadn't figured that out yet, how I was gonna do that. So I when I got the Fitbit, I noticed that it talked about your base metabolic rate and how many calories you would normally burn. So I thought, okay, well, if I start out with my base metabolic rate, and if I only eat that, because if you go online and you say, how many calories should I eat a day? Well, everybody's different, right? You could weigh 280 pounds, but you could be 4 feet tall. So your base metabolic rate's going to be huge compared to somebody that's 6'6" and muscle bound, and so that's the way I figured I would do it, and I tried it, and that's the way to go for me. I hope it works for you. And I had a little piece of paper, and I wrote out a list. And I know from the last time I did it, last few times, I became a slave to the scale. I was on the scale all the time. Like every day you'd be down, you'd exercise, and you'd hop on the scale, and you go, Jesus, God, no. I fluctuate at least 5 pounds in a day, up and down, up and down. I can weigh in the morning, I could be 250, and then in the afternoon, I'd be 255. Next morning, I'd be back down to 250, and you go, well, it should be lower than 250 because I worked out a lot, and now it's not going down, and you just drive yourself crazy. That's why I made the rule that I'm only weighing in once a week. When I was on the Weight Watchers plan, and they had the meetings in town, I think it was Tuesday night, and I never weighed in other than that. And every Tuesday when I hopped on the scale, it was a surprise. And a lot of 99% of the time, it was a good surprise. And you're happy and it's not going to be 4 ounces or whatever. Some weeks it might be, and if you follow the plan, and if you stick to, you don't want to lose too fast. I tend to kind of go a little bit overboard sometimes on the exercise, or once in a while I do the not eating, or the points of value of food or whatever doesn't add up to what calories I should be eating. Myself, I figured 2,000 calories a day. Some people might be more. I know women are less than men. Men naturally burn more calories. Their metabolic rate is higher, so you have to be careful of that. There are a lot of things you don't have to worry about. When I get into the Fitbit and the exercise, I'll explain different things that you don't have to worry about. But you do need a good food scale, something that's accurate. I have this one right here that I bought when I was on Weight Watchers, and I love it because I can just type in the type of food and off the nutrition label, and then I can just keep throwing it on until it says how many points I want to eat. If I figure, okay, I want to eat 4 points worth of this, I can just keep throwing them on until it says 4 points, and then that's how much I get. So that makes life a little bit easier. You're not trying to do calculations and stuff. And take your tracker, or everybody has a smartphone. A lot of the times what I do is I take pictures of the nutrition labels, and then I can kind of look at 3 or 4 different products and then take the pictures. And then when I go home later, I can see which I'll take a picture like this, click of the front, and I'll take a picture like this of the nutrition label. And when I get home, I can kind of sit there and I can figure out what's the best choice for me. Now, this way you're not in the grocery store and you're not looking like a crazy person, because everybody's got their phones out anyways and they're texting people. If you have the iTrack Bites or whatever, or the Weight Watchers app on your phone, the calculators will be right in there. So you're just looking like you're texting your wife saying, hey, do we need more bread? Like, nobody knows, nobody cares. You should see me in the grocery store. I leave my cart here and I go down the aisle and I get what I want, and I come back and I put it in the cart, and then I go down that aisle and I go back in the cart, and I'm all over the store. And I can grocery shop. I can get 2,000 steps in just grocery shopping. Meanwhile, when you're pushing the cart around, you're getting the steps in, but your Fitbit's not recording it because your arm's got to be moving. I'll get into all that later. And then as far as your plan, I figured, okay, why am I doing this? Why do I want to lose weight? What kind of things do I need? Like I said, the treadmill, the bike, food scale. I need, I had to buy a new pair of running shoes. Get yourself a good pair of running shoes. I wear them even in the winter. I don't walk in the deep snow. I actually have my paper from the first day that I decided to do this, and I was reading it the other day, and I had give yourself some rewards at different goals. So you're going to set smaller goals instead of saying, well, geez, I got 85 pounds to lose. You're going to go, okay, after the first 20, I'm going to have this reward. And don't set up a reward that's counterproductive to what your weight loss goal is. Don't say, okay, at 20 pounds, I'm going to eat a chocolate cake. Or mine was, I had to laugh at, I put at 250, I'm going to buy myself a 6-pack of beer. Well, I got to the 250 pounds, and it had been, a month or whatever it was, 2 months. And I just thought that's ridiculous, and I didn't do it. But what I did do is I went out and I had to buy myself some new clothes, and it was more out of necessity than it was out of a reward, because I had all my other stuff, and I was getting my shirt caught on door handles, and I get this caught, and I went from a 3X, now this is just an extra large, and it's I'm hoping to be in wearing large soon. But anyway, that's the gist of it, and I hope you follow it. If you do, you have to go all in. If you go half-assed, you're going to get half-assed results. And you're the only one that can be accountable for what you do. I had some times where I struggled, and I'm not going to say feeling down, but just I need more motivation. That's when I started doing these videos. And I had probably been doing it for a month maybe, and I never posted any of them. And then I thought, well, I'm going to post it on social media, and then that'll give me some more accountability. And I did, and I had people asking me, what I was doing and what was the plan I was doing. So then that's when I thought, well, I had made these videos, I'll post them up again. So that's why they're here. I didn't want to put these on Facebook and YouTube, so that's why I just put them on YouTube. Our internet sucks, and it takes forever to upload anything. So that's basically why you're seeing these videos. And maybe when you get into it and you find yourself getting your results, maybe you'll do the same thing. I talk a lot about different products and different plans and programs and stuff, and different exercises and different things you can do. Some things I don't do, and I don't know anything about it. I will tell you that I don't know anything about that. If you want to do that, go right ahead and try it, like Slim Fast or protein shakes and these body muscle building crap you get. My thought is everything I need to survive should be in the food that I'm eating. That's all my thought about that. Weightlifting, I don't do a whole lot of it. Some people do, some people do a lot of it. I don't know a lot about it. I'm trying to get smaller, not bigger. I don't want to be muscle bound. I already can't scratch my own back. So if I get big arms, so, and none of these videos are scripted, as you can tell. Sometimes I get off onto a tangent. I hope you find it entertaining. I'll try to be entertaining. But there will be a lot of good information. So use what you can. If it helped you, if maybe you had that aha moment, I'd like to know. So if this isn't helping anybody and nobody really cares, well, then I'm not gonna waste my time doing it. So that's kind of where I am with that, because it is time consuming. I wear a lot of hats in my life. I'm dad, I'm mom, I'm mechanic, I'm employee, I'm chief cook and bottle washer, and I don't pretend to be any type of a guru or whatever, but if this helps you, I document everything that I do. I know that's the reason why these videos are going to exist, and if I say something, I can back it up in what I did and what works for me. There's a lot of things you don't need to track or document, but I would recommend that you do, because like I'll show you in the videos that are coming up, you will go back on your notes and you will look for things that stand out as to what works and what doesn't work, because I can't remember what I did 3 weeks ago. Like I know what I had for breakfast, but I don't know what I had for breakfast 3 days ago. Probably the same thing, but anyway, but the activity is a big thing. Get yourself off the couch and get out there. Doesn't matter what you do, as long as you're doing something, anything. Your Fitbit will tell you what you're doing. If you're on medications, like I'll tell you I didn't say it in the first video, but I did in the second video. Talk to your doctor first about what to do, and if you're going to get into cardio and stuff, make sure your heart can handle it. I'm good now. I can give her if I wanted to, but I don't do a whole lot of cardio because it doesn't work for me. Might work for you, but that's it. Thank you for looking at Butler's Garage. It's more like Butler's Kitchen lately, but I hope you take what I say, and I hope you learn something, because believe me, there's a lot to learn. I learn stuff every day. Every day I learn something about this kind of thing, what works and what doesn't work. That's it. 20 minutes is up. Have at her.